Alright guys and gals, welcome back to my channels. This is going to be my Christmas message to you guys. I want to wish all of you on both of my channels a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me about this room that I work in. It was originally set up for my model railroad channel where I was doing a lot of live streams, and what you see behind me is a green screen. That is all going to come out of here. I'm going to be making a total change in this room. This is actually a third bedroom that I have commandeered to do all of this stuff. Across the hall is another bedroom, a bedroom about the size of this, which is my train room number 1. And adjacent to that is train room number 2. That used to be a den. So basically, I use up all my house for all my hobbies. And I didn't mention where my diorama is going to be for my ships. With that being said, I want to show you the stuff that I have done since I have joined the community, the modeling community, which was, I think, in August or September. I don't remember exactly. I want to thank all my subscribers from that channel because I have, at this point, 181 subscribers. So thank you so much for all the support. My goal is to try and get to 500 by the end of next year. So, with your support, that probably could happen. With all of that being said, I am going to give you a rundown and show you all the stuff that I have completed, or actually not completed, but built. I don't like completing my models right away. Sounds weird, but I like to keep them sitting there so I can look at them, pass them by, keep looking at them, say, okay, I need to do that, that, and that, and that. And so eventually I'll get to it and start finishing these models. With all of that being said, let's get down to the diorama area and I will show you all the stuff that I have built at that point. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start off with the ship that I was stationed on in 1968 and 1969. That is the USS Saratoga, and it is CV-60 or CVA-60. Ship's 1,050 feet long with a crew of 4,000 personnel. Also, the ship carries over 100 aircraft. And I will name off the aircraft that are on the ship because I am eventually going to build each aircraft in 1/72nd scale. So, the first one will be an A7 Corsair. Then will be an A6E Intruder. RA5C Vigilante. SH3 Sea King Helicopter. F4J Phantoms. E2A Hawkeye, EA6B Prowler. I will be building each one of those planes in 1/72nd scale to represent the planes that were on my ship. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move on to the next ship that I built, and it's not complete yet. Neither is the aircraft carrier complete. So that being said, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright guys, next up is the USS Detroit. This ship was our cargo ship, our fuel ship, and our money ship. Yep, that's right. They used to bring money on board from this ship, and it was pallets and pallets of money. Cash money I'm talking about. This guy is not finished yet. I still need to hang some hoses off of these, I don't know what you would call them. But they're not even glued in place yet. As you can see, this guy is still loose. But I have done a lot of the detail on the deck, as you can see right there, and I have to touch up the hull. The hull got kind of messed up. Anyhow, that's ship number 2 that I started, and that is complete. And the reason why I don't complete these right away, first of all, it gives me something to do later on, and second of all, I could walk by them and say, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do the other thing. Anyhow, let's move on to the next ship. Get this guy out of the way. Next ship. light cruiser. I'm calling it a light cruiser. There seems to be a little discrepancy about what the ship is actually. A friend of mine told me that it was not a light cruiser, that it was just a cruiser, and when I looked it up, that's exactly what the information I got said. It wasn't classified as light or heavy. It was just classified as a cruiser. Still more to be done. I need to add the planes on the catapults and do some more detailing, but this is one of the ships that will have a wood deck, and as you can see, it does have a wood deck on it. Yeah, so it was another fun ship to build. I still have to add some life rafts and lifeboats and all that stuff. I did, however, add up here on the front the photo etch anchor chain, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyhow, let's move on to the next ship. USS Pittsburgh. Yeah, I didn't know if it was Pittsburgh or Baltimore. USS Pittsburgh is classified as a heavy cruiser. And this was a lot of fun. Lots of guns on there. All the small guns were. I'm finally getting used to how to do those. The hull was painted in, I don't remember exactly, waterline. All of that's been done. Like I said, I don't believe the ships that came with hulls, I would be building them with the hulls, and they will kind of like get sunk into the scenery when I get the scenery done. Anyhow, I have one more ship to show you, and then we'll continue on with this video. Last but not least, USS Cushing. That is a destroyer, and that is about 99% complete. Only a few guns on there, no big deal. But there are some other small detail parts that need to go on this ship. And like I said, I just do them at my leisure. When I feel like finishing it, that's when I'll finish it. Nobody says I have to do it right now. Nobody's got a gun to my head or anything like that. So, with all that being said, that concludes all my ships. Let me get you out to where the diorama is going to be, and I'll show you what's going on with that. Stay tuned, and we will be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is what the scene is going to look like with the USS Saratoga in the center of the picture and all the support ships around it. I don't know how exactly I'm going to set this all up. From pictures I've seen on some movies, I've seen them usually in a straight line behind the carrier. I'm just going to do it this way because I don't have the room to do it the right way. Anyhow, there are going to be 12 ships in this diorama, and I will be doing the scenery for the water effects. I will be using one of my model railroad techniques that I used when I was doing my model railroad, and you guys will see that technique when I'm getting ready to do that. Anyhow, as you can see, quite a few ships there. My next build is probably going to be one of the heavy cruisers, probably that guy over there, which is the USS Pittsburgh. I like how they name all these ships after states and cities. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to throw in, way back there, the USS Iowa. Now, I don't remember having a battleship in our group, but I'm just going to throw it in it because I have the model and I'm going to do it. Anyhow, let's get back into the other room, and I'll show you all the other projects I have going for last year. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is a B-29. It is called the Enola Gay, and it was the bomber that bombed Hiroshima during World War II. Now, a friend of mine who is more into aircraft than I am told me that because it was carrying the atom bomb, they stripped this aircraft of all its guns. I did not know that when I built this. If I did, I would have sanded down the spots where those guns go. But anyhow, I had lots of trouble with the decals on this. They were just falling apart. So I had to order another entire model kit just to get the decals to finish this model. Anyhow, as you see, all the decals are on there. And from what I understand, after the bomb was dropped, the rear tail insignia changes also. So that was an interesting little point right there. Anyhow, Let's get on to the next aircraft, and we'll see what that's all about too. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is another 1/44th scale, and by the way, the B-29 was a 1/44th scale also. This is a B-25, and I learned from the first one that in these configurations on the landing gear, you have to put weight in them, otherwise they'll be what they call tail sitters. Anyhow, this was an easy kit to do. I kind of messed up on the glass for the cockpit and the nose. I tried to do a smoke, and it went on too thick and it got totally covered. So my mistake. Whoopsie. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is a CH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. This was my first helicopter that I built, and I thought it came out pretty good. I left the cockpit glass off because I had done a lot of work on the inside, and I think that's going to hit. Yes it is. Still going to hit. Because there was a lot of stuff that I did on the cockpit that I thought would be nice if you could see into there. Anyhow, it was the first helicopter I built. I will be building 2 more like I mentioned earlier. I would be doing the Sea King, and I also will be doing an Apache. So, with all that being said, let's see what else we got going on. Be right back. Alright guys, on to my military ground equipment. This was a group build in honor of Jim Stein that I decided to jump in on just to see if I can get it done. Now everybody else did it in 1/72nd scale. I did it in a smaller scale. Had to slow it down a little bit, it was going too fast. But anyhow, this I really like the way this came out. It looks pretty good. I didn't have any problems with this kit. It went together really nice. I put this little vignette down together so it would look decent as a real thing. I got 2 of the figures in there. I tried painting them. They can't really see them very well, but I did try to paint them. Yeah, so let's move on to the next deal, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is an M113A3 armored car. I left the rear hatch open just so you can see the troops that I eventually will be putting in there. I just bought a set of 5 sitting troops. Also, I can pull the top off of here, I think, and we can look inside. Not that there's very much to see, but when I put the troops in there, that'll come in handy. Then also I could take the engine cover off. I did, however, try my hand at some camouflage, and I think for the first time, I think it came out pretty good. I mean, I need to add a little bit more color to it, but we'll see how it's going to look here. I want to get this top back on here. Gotta wait for it to come around. There we go. Now the gun fell over. I don't have them permanently secured in there because I will probably break it or something like that. Oh, the poor guy fell over. Anyhow, let's see what the next is on the agenda, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, finally, the last ground equipment vehicle I did was this U.S. tank transporter called the Dragon Wagon. I'm not really happy with it after all the work I've done to it, and I'll show you why here in a minute. But in the meanwhile, it's got an authentic reproduction of the M25 tractor and M15 semi-trailer. So, the reason why I'm not happy with this, I don't think I can get my camera any lower, but I can go over here and show you the distance. The distance between the cab and the wheel is way too much, and it's down as far as I can get it. And also it had a lot of detail under there that I want to show you guys here real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and take the trailer off, and I'm going to show you the bottom side of this. As you can see, there's quite a bit of detail under there, and I'm really disappointed that the cab does not go all the way down. I mean, it's right up against the chassis under there, and it doesn't go any further. And I'm just kind of really pissed off about that. I thought this was a good build. It was my very first vehicle, so I thought it was okay. But apparently, it's not okay. Alright guys, what you're looking at is the 2011 Camaro that I'm building for my daughter. It's close to being finished. I still need to put all the chrome parts on there. Still need to clean it up, make it look a little bit pretty. I am going to do a satin finish on both this car and my son-in-law's car. It's really different building an automobile than building everything else I've been building, and I need to get the technique down on painting because the other car has given me trouble in paint. Anyhow, let me show you the final model that I have started and not completed for this past year, 2023, and we'll continue on. So we'll hold it right there. I didn't want to stop. Alright, let me get the other car and we'll be out of here in a minute. Alright guys, this is the final build that I started in 2023 and have not finished yet. This is the 66 or 67 Mustang Coupe for my son-in-law. I want to thank Larry from Larry's Model Shops that he sent me the wheels that I needed for this car because I messed up the wheels that came with the kit. This car has been kicking my butt as far as paint goes. I can't get the paint right. This here was pretty much the final coat that I was going to put on it, but the hood had some dings in it I tried to get out, and I wound up with this, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see all those scratches in there. I just don't know how to do this. This car is really kicking my butt. Plus, when I repainted that, you can see there's a color difference. So I don't know what to do with this car. Should I just throw it in the garbage and buy a new one and start all over? I don't know. So let's take a look at the entire car. I put a couple pieces of chrome on there just so he'd get an idea of what it's going to look like. But I like the way the wheels came out. The wheels look good. This car actually rolls. Look at that. It's got the 289 Ford engine in there. I have not put any radiator or radiator hoses in there yet. So we still got a little bit to go on that. Alright guys and gals, you have seen what I've done this year. Now I'm going to take it down to the bench and I'm going to show you what I have planned to do for next year. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get down to the other bench and we'll see what's going on. Be right back. Bye. Alright guys, we are down here at the other bench right now, and I'm going to show you what I have planned for the diorama that I've been showing you guys previously in this video. Next heavy cruiser is going to be the USS Baltimore. And then we're going to do a light cruiser, USS Quincy. Both of these will be getting wood decks and whatever photo etch comes with the kit. Well, I'll try to put it on here. This has got a lot of railings I can see on there, and I don't know if that's in the kit or not. Yeah, so those are going to be the next two ships I'll be building. Alright, let me get this stuff over here. Alright, so for aircraft, I'm going to do the Corsair in early World War history, and then to complement that guy, I'm going to do current day Corsair. These both will have, I believe these both have cockpit photo etch kits. Another propeller plane that I love to do, and yeah, so and this is one of the planes that will be, that I told you guys earlier in the video, that will be one of the planes that will be displayed as one of the aircraft on my ship. Alright, for ground equipment, told you guys in that last couple of clips ago, I want to do a tank. And so I'm going to do this M1A1 main battle tank. It's an unassembled model kit. Well, that's a good thing, right? It's made by Flyhawk. I don't know this model company, so we'll just put him on the side for now. If I get to it, I'm going to get back on this guy. Now this guy I had already started. As you can see, I got parts, chassis parts and differential parts and body parts pretty much completed. So it just needs to get assembled. And if I can sneak it in, I want to get this B-17 done. This is one of the last 1/44 scale models I have, and that'll complete my bomber diorama that I'm going to have. B-25, B-29, and this B-17. And can't let my car guys down. This was one of the gifts I got for Christmas from my daughter. She says there's another one on the way. I gave her a list of cars that I wanted to do, and I have never done one like this with the open side there, so this ought to be fun to do. This is a Revell kit, and I believe it's 1/25. Excuse me. Anyhow, that'll wrap this video up. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. And as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Captain Cuzz out for now.